What's going on, everyone? Dwayne here from NorCal Nerf Club, and making a little bit different of a video today. You know how usually I'll get a brand new blaster, usually a Springer blaster, and we'll take a good look at it, do a little quick review, and then I often go and see how I can improve it by throwing another spring in and sealing some things up, things of that nature. But very happy today to say that we get to look at my brand new Dart Zone Pro MK3. Some of the things that I've done to it anyways, little simple little improvements that you can do to your blaster and that I've done to this one already. Instead, I saved you the time of just going through us unboxing this and everything, mainly because it took me 2 weeks to get this blaster after being one of the first people to order it as soon as that link dropped, and still it took me 2 weeks to actually get it in my hands and have it delivered to me. Quite a long time. So in the meantime, you've seen all the unboxing videos. I'm sure you know what this blaster looks like completely stock and what it looks like inside of a plain brown box. But these are some of the things that come with it. Of course, you get your short dart, your full length magazines, which I really like a lot. I like the design of these magazines a whole lot. Yeah, those are really, and they're really good and solid, got a great spring in them. Thing is that I like my worker hex mags a whole lot. Now these are a little bit, as you can see, it's a little bit more compact. I put that in there. See what I'm saying? See how far that one goes in there? And so you got this little bit of wasted space down there. The spring, like I said, spring is real good, but when this is filled up with even with 15 rounds, it has quite a bit of space down at the bottom of it. So I like the worker full length hex mag, so I put that one in here. Along with up front here, the muzzle is kind of fine to me. It's kind of big and everything, and I like what people have already done with the front end with this blaster. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on in the video. But what I did like about it is that it's got the tack rail down there in the bottom, so I can put on a nice worker angled foregrip up front there with one of my Cobra clutch grips on there. And so that works out really, really nice. I enjoy the feeling of these grips as always. And I'll leave you a link for anything that I've got extra on this. I'll leave a link for you down in the description box below. But so I don't mind the muzzle so much. Like I said, I like what some other people have done with it and cutting it down and everything. My personal preference, I don't mind holding it up there. That's all good and everything. But it just feels that much more natural when it's like that. I use a lot of Springer blasters, so I just like that with the angled foregrip up front like that. Which brings me to a funny topic. With all of the blasters that I own, and I own a lot of blasters, this is my very first flywheel dart blaster. That is no lie. Now, I do have 2 Percys and I do have 2 Heras that fire rival rounds, of course. So those are my only other flywheel blasters, and I love those blasters. They're fantastic. So when the idea of a Dart Zone Pro quality flywheel dart blaster came up, I thought I couldn't wait till this thing came out, and I knew that they would do it upright. And Dart Zone definitely has. They've been doing a fantastic job in the last couple of years, really, really doing some fantastic things for the hobby. This is another great example of that. The fact that you can go over here, I already have my, in fact, I'll tell you what, I'll tell the story. When I got this blaster, I never even put the AA batteries into it. Like I said, I waited 2 weeks and I just went straight to, we're going to put a Lipo in there. So I'd actually ordered extra parts from Out of Darts and from Foamblast. The Foamblast is where I got the worker foregrip up front here. And then I got this nifty, awesome, look at that, fantastic looking. It really works out really quite well. Yeah, the extended battery cover from Out of Darts did a great job on this. Luke did a fantastic job with that and how that fits. Now I've got a full zippy 2200 in there. That's a pretty big thick battery, and it just fits so nicely in here. And as you can see, this was the big news that came out about this blaster, was that, you know, you had all the double A's in there, but if you took that tray out, then you've got the XT60 connector here, which was a huge surprise to everybody. But once again, like I said, Dart Zone killing it, and they hit a home run with that one. That is fantastic. That was great news when we first heard that. And here it is. You know, like I said, I knew that I could just get the extended battery cover. I've got a couple of these Zippy 2200s. They run my Percy's and my Harris. And so, yeah, I can just put that in there. We're going to connect this up. Now, I tested this before when I first got it out of the box and hooked up the Lipo on it. And with the darts that come with it, I got an average of 168 for the full lengths and 150 for the half darts. So, and I didn't even have it on like totally brand new fresh charge exactly. I'd used a little bit on my Hera, planking around and playing some lockdown. So yeah, had a little juice taken out of it, but not very much or anything. I don't know how big of a difference that is going to make. Those batteries stay going really solid for a good long time before any kind of power starts to diminish and you start to lose feet per second or anything. I'm gonna just make sure it's straight. Now, in here, as you can see, I have put 2 of the brand new darts that came with this that are bamboo styled with more of the diamond tip on them. I forget what they're called now. They do have a name for these. Then 2 of the nicknamed chili darts right there, 2 max darts, and then 2 full-length bamboos down here on the bottom. We'll see what little bits of difference that we get out of them. Now this thing, hold your ears a bit because it is gonna scream. Woo, see? I think that's the highest I've gotten so far was a 183. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I had a high before of 179. Like I said, that wasn't a totally full charge. And this is with the darts that come with it. So the 180. 162, and I think I hit the side of it there. Oh, we shot 2 at the same time. We'll have to check that. It does that from time to time. A lot of times your last 2 darts might come out all at once. 162.6, 160, 163.3, and I think we're done. Yeah, we're done. That was the last one, the 8th shot. 2 of those fired at once, so we're going to see how we ended up here. A couple of those ones were pretty hot though, weren't they? Now let's check this out. We had the max there, you saw the first start, that was 183, the minimum was 160, average 168.1. That's real good. That's, like I said, that's really the same results that I got when I first hooked up the Lipo on this. But yeah, that 183 is the highest that I've seen out of it so far, which is pretty substantial. That's really, really healthy. Okay, now that is the full length darts. Let's go ahead and switch over to some of the half lengths. I have in here, I believe we have two of the newer darts that came with it, and I'm trying to remember now. Then I think I have 2 max darts, 2 max darts, then below that 2 of the Adventure Force Pro darts, and then 2 bamboos on the bottom. So let's go ahead and get this back in place. Going over to the half darts, it's going to be a little bit less, but 165, pretty nice. 160, 144.3, 151, 158.4, 155.1, 143, and last one, 146.2. So a little bit less and a little bit less consistent, but actually I saw some decent numbers there. That's all right. Yeah, see, like that max 165.3, a minimum of 143, and an average of 153. So like I said, I had an average of like 150 when I first pulled it out of the box, and now with these darts I'm getting average of 153. That's real healthy. I'll definitely take that. Yeah, really good numbers on that. On this blaster. Really enjoy that you can pick this up at Target.com, $130, and you are good to go. You really, they send you some nice darts along with it, and you know, you have your own darts and stuff, and all of them work really well in there. Like I said, like you've seen all the different new types of Adventure Force or Dart Zone darts that are being put out that we just put through there. So you can get some good numbers out of this. So that's really nice that you can pick that up. Stock, throw a 3S Lipo or a 2S if you want to get it down to HVZ limits, you know, FPS limits. You get it down below 130 with a 2S. So that's real nice, and it operates really, really well with a 2S also. I've seen that in quite a few videos. That's pretty interesting that it'll do that, because this blaster, all of the other Dart Zone blasters, if you ask me, aren't designed at all for HVZ play. No, they are more of a King of the Hill 5 versus 5 type team play. Definitely. I see a lot of people, and I'm not insulting anybody for doing it, but I see a lot of people that want to put, you know, their Nexus Pro as part of their HVZ loadout. Yeah, I'm looking for something a little bit more capacity, a little higher rate of fire there, which you're going to get out of this. This would be a fun one, I guess, to run as a primary. Better bring some magazines and plenty of darts. If I'm running HVZ, I'm running my Percy's, you know, with an extended hopper and at least 150 rounds in it. That's what I want. It doesn't have to be a ton of power. It's got decent accuracy, decent range, and that's what you're going to find with this. That's the other thing. The other ones, you know, all the other blasters that Dart Zone has been putting out, you know, whether it's your Eon Pro, Nexus Pro, Dart Zone Pro 1.1, your Striker, Conquest, all those are extremely accurate, okay? Because they're going down a nice barrel, got a nice tight fit on them. Mine, actually, I've got a couple of them that have red dots or lasers on them, and they are zeroed in to be extremely accurate. Well, here we're messing with flywheels here, and flywheels are generally just not quite as pinpoint accurate as you know, the springers are. That's one reason why I've enjoyed springers a lot, because they're really easy for me to open up and work on, really simple without doing any kind of soldering or any kind of changes like that internally to the blaster. And this one had to do nothing internally to the blaster, but take a wonderful battery that I already have a couple of them, as a matter of fact, charge it up and throw it in there. And with a full charge, that is sounding really nice. Those wheels are humming in there. A fantastic blaster, though. Have been enjoying this one since last evening when I got it and put all these little extras on there. Oh, I didn't talk about, I got one of the sling points here from Out of Darts also. There's a good thing to have a couple of blasters. This stock I like. Has more of a rubberized stock back here in the back. That's real nice. Fits me. The whole blaster fits me kind of nice. So I'm a larger person. I'm 6'1", and I've got a big wingspan. So I like to run my blasters with you know, it all the way out. And the same thing, I think this fits me real nice up front here to have that extended feel that I'm used to on my Springer blasters, if that makes any sense. But I want to do a couple things. Let's take this one. I was just talking about the accuracy, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about on accuracy in this blaster, where it's not bad, especially if you're hitting a human-sized target, but I'm going to try to pinpoint it down on a much smaller target. All ready to do some range testing with Dart Zone Pro MK3. Now, this setup that I've got going on here, this of course is a little similar to what I would have set up to play Lockdown HVZ online over there on Facebook. I am loaded, of course, as you can see, with long darts at this point, but I'm going to be going back to 16 feet. That's generally our rule, where you would start out at with playing Lockdown, is at 16-foot range, going after 4-inch targets. Now, I do really, really well with the other blasters, with all of the other Dart Zone and Adventure Force blasters. They're all extremely accurate, and I do real well with these. Hit these things every time. But I'm going to try it out here now and show you with the MK3. The pattern's just maybe a little bit bigger than 4 inches. So even when I put on the digital sight on here, which is it's not right on by any means, but let's see. Okay, now like I said, I get now 3 chances on each target. Now let's see if I can do it. If you can't do it in 3 tries, you become a zombie. So here we go. Take our first shot. Just that quick, it just barely missed. But see, I would be a zombie now. Let's go for the next target though. There's one, there's another one. See, it's kind of funny. You can get it on, and once you get the feeling right you can kind of sort of get it from there. But using the MK3 playing lockdown, I would play a huge risk of not being able to hit it within 3 shots, which most generally my percentage is pretty high on as far as my hit rate on those 4-inch targets at 16 feet. But let's try something different. Okay, same scenario. I'm back here at 16 feet. I have the 4-inch targets there, but I'm loaded now with half-length darts. Okay, well, let's try and see if I can get a little bit better accuracy. Okay, there goes second shot. Ah, be a zombie. Right there. Missed 3 shots in a row. What's the other one? Once again, I'm just a little bit off on the half-length darts as well. Now they are traveling a little bit slower. Still, I've got a couple left. There we go. Kind of once you get it on there, but the problem is, like I said, when I'm playing lockdown, I want it to be pinpoint exact, okay? Let's try something different though. Okay, now I have switched back over to the full-length darts, and as you can see, I put up 8-inch targets. We used to have a rule in lockdown, if you were playing with short darts, you could go back to 20 feet and use 8-inch targets for them. So I'm going to use the full-length darts, but watch this. I'm going to go back. Here, actually, let's go back. Let's go way back. Let's go back to 25 feet. Okay. Quite an engagement distance. You know, you can hear I'm almost 2 rooms away now. And we're going to go after these zombies here. 8-inch targets, about 25 feet away. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. A little bit better targeting. Now I'm gonna reset those up and switch to short darts. Okay, same deal, only I have switched over to the short darts. Going back about 25 feet and going after these zombies, there's 8-inch targets. Almost. Kind of once you get it on targets, you're kind of all right, but not really so much using the digital sight up top here. I may put on a normal red dot sight on there, even though, you know, with flywheel blasters, you're really not going to get that accuracy pinpointed in that small of an area, really. Pattern's a little bit larger than that. But you did see how I was able to hit the targets, even though they're twice as big a targets. I was able to put on almost 10 feet on the distance and still hit them. Sort of. Like I said, it wouldn't be the greatest for playing lockdown. I think this would be just fine going after a full human-sized target in some CQB or that situation, or even in an HVZ. You could use this as an HVZ primary. It'd be just fine with it. Overall, I do like the blaster a whole lot, though. Like I say, I prefer my springers and, you know, just really accurate flying darts. Being able to predict their flight, being able to aim in on them exactly, I can never miss. Especially these targets, I can go 30 feet and never miss them on an 8-inch target for that. But yeah, the blaster's fantastic. Really, I can't wait to play with this. The one exciting thing I think that has happened with this blaster is there is so much modability to it, therefore so many products have already been made available to you to use on this. Like I said, the extended battery cover, fantastic idea. I've got a big chunk of a 3S Lipo battery in there. You've seen it. Works fantastically, it really does. It works really, really good. You know, the front foregrip, things like that. You could go over to Out of Darts, you can get a brand new muzzle over here in Out of Darts, same thing over there at Foam Pro Shop, and I'm sure you're going to start seeing from France Foamworks, Foamdemic, are probably going to come up with their own thing. You're definitely going to see that happen. 3D printed solid will probably come up with a muzzle here, even though I like that because it's just my personal little preference. I like, you know, having the foregrip, angled foregrip up there. It just feels natural. It feels more like my Springers, more like what I'm used to. But other than that, yeah, you know, it's just really fantastic to see all those products out there. Like I said, internally, you can get new cages from Foam Pro Shop as well as Out of Darts. There's different motors that you can put in there. You're going to get a little bit better accuracy out of it, which is one thing I would really like to see. A little bit better, a smaller pattern. You saw on these missing, but not by much. I went to a bigger target much easier, even at a longer distance, to be able to hit my target. Now I know what some of you are thinking out there too. He's got cups that he's been shooting at as targets. Yeah, I got the same idea. Let's do something fun. Okay, before I go after this red solo cup massacre here, let me show you a couple of little clips that I made a couple of days ago on taking this and showing the difference between I had the waffle tips, I believe, versus the bamboo darts, and how quickly you can magnum with this. And I'm going to do the same thing right now. Let's switch it over to full auto. I have a mixture of bamboo darts and some of the darts that came with it, some of the chili darts and some of the max darts in here. So it's probably going to be a little bit slower than it would be with all the waffle tips. But hey, let's go for it, starting up there at the top. Knock the stack down. I don't believe I hit them all by any means though. But there you go. A nice full auto dump down on a bunch of red solo cups. Always a good massacre. That's fun to do. But yeah, final thoughts on the Dart Zone Pro Mark III. Definitely go pick yourself up one. They are a lot of fun. I can't wait to play like some CQB with this or some HVZ with it. It'd be definitely just a really, really, really fun blaster. Really getting into it. Like I said, this is my first official dart flywheel blaster. But I, you know, have the rival ones. I have Harris and I've got two Prometheuses. I've got two Percys. So I have other flywheel rival blasters. But yeah, this one's pretty impressive. I really like them. I really like it a whole lot. And I hope you guys like this video. Sure did enjoy making it for you. If you got a second or so, if you go down there, give me a nice thumbs up on this one. Sure would appreciate it. And you take care. I'll see you in my next video.